One of my favorite things to do is to traipse through the aisles of the library and search for a variety of books that can help inspire me or get me some really fun art ideas. So we're going to bomb through some of my favorite finds this week. I have been so into these compilation books lately because it's all different artists, so you can see different line work, different color choices, different styles. I'm finding artists that I didn't even know existed, which is so awesome. And now I can find them online if I want to. But the thing is that I don't have to scroll for a super long time to find, art that inspires me. Instead, I can easily flip through and find something that, I don't know, just kind of sparks my imagination and gets my creative juices flowing. I can easily find something, and I've saved so much time just by flipping through books like this. And these ones are no exception. The next type of books I've been getting are ones that are specific for textures. And what I really like about this one is it just has everything boiled down into squares instead of having a whole image. And it helps me to actually just isolate and practice some of those textures and play around with it. This one is specifically for graphite and charcoal, but I've still been playing around with pen and ink and just kind of playing around with different shading and having a good time with that. So I'm not really worried so much about like the medium or anything else because I can still pull a lot of ideas and I can kind of use my imagination a little bit to make whatever adjustments I need to have it fit the medium that I'm using. So that's actually really fun creative exercise, actually. It's good brain food. So playing around with the textures has been really cool. There's all sorts of categories, all different types of examples. So something like this, my library has so many ones like this too. The next one is an architecture book. I don't know that much about architecture, but I kind of like that this book is not a how to draw buildings. It just has a lot of examples and it talks about some of the history. And so it's just kind of interesting just to get some background, and I'm finding a lot of ideas within this book. And one of the things that I've been doing a lot lately is loose sketching, kind of like urban sketching. But now I'm looking a little bit more at some of the textures that they have close-ups of. And that's just a really fun thing to play around with and practice. So that's been helping a little bit more also in terms of just doing some creative line work, even if it's just like a riff off of what's in the book. It's another one that's just great for the creative juices. And then I got this one on how to make your own paint, paper, inks, which is something I really want to do. It's springtime, everything's blooming. There are just sticks and leaves all over the place right now. So that is like a project that I want to do this spring and summer, is to make my own stuff, especially now that I've been playing around with different inks and different mediums and paints and pens. So I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for, but also I'm really open to a lot of the adventure that can come from using, just organic, natural materials. That's something I want to practice on this summer. One thing about this book is I've checked out a lot of books in this genre from the library, and a lot of times the instructions are either, I don't even want to say missing steps, but like I'm missing something out of the instructions. Like they aren't quite clear to me. So I'm actually really liking the fact that this one seems a little bit more clear. And then if there are any gaps, I can always look that up. But this really gets me started, and I don't feel like I need to scroll or look anything up, which is like the whole point. Now this guy, Drome, I am new to Jesse Launerman. This is incredible. I love the use of like tiles and blocks and the compositions, and the way he's just structured the panels is so awesome. The story is great. I read it in one sitting, and now I'm going back and just like, the art is just eye candy. It's so good. And it's just really, really cool to see concepts that I've actually just played around with. It's nice to see them in print, and it's nice to see how he finishes them up or polishes them. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's just a really fun read, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Highly recommend this one if you do love this sort of thing. And then the last one is The Adventures of Alexander van Humboldt. The art in it is just so cool. It's like kind of the things that I like about Drome, but in a completely different style. And the page spreads are beautiful, so lovely. I haven't read it yet, but I have been flipping through and just looking at the art, and it's just really, really delightful. I love the library so much, you guys. And I looked on my account, and it said that with all of the books I have checked out right now, I've saved $1,000, which is absolutely mind-blowing. These were some of my favorites of this week, and I'll probably share some more with you later. But go to the library. It is amazing. Time saver, space saver, Love it. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Stay chaotically curious, and I'll see you soon.